say about the switches is that it fit in, it worked pretty well, but these things are pretty fragile. They're basically 3 pieces of waveguide soldered together with a probe, and I busted this thing twice. Just once out of stupidity putting it together, not realizing how fragile it was, and the second time I forget how I broke it. But these things are pretty fragile, so you kind of have to be careful how you mount them and whatnot. So for basically sending CW, I use a computer, and the computer outputs a couple of signals, push to talk, and it also has a key signal for sending the CW itself. So in this particular system, the PTT runs the ×4 multiplier, and then basically it also pulls in the waveguide relay, and then the other line coming out of the computer keys the LO. So that's how I do my CW essentially, just with the computer, because I'm really terrible with a key. So I figure, well, let's just have the computer do it. That's the easiest way out of it. The question that arose was what was the best way to key the LO? So I got in touch with Michael, D6NT, whose LO I'm using, and Yana was nice enough to come back and send me a note back. Essentially, Michael uses this system for his beacons. I hope you can see this okay. Essentially, what you do is you break the output of this 6-volt regulator. You leave basically the oscillator in up to about, 1.5 megs here, and all you do is you key the chain down here. So you just break that one connection there without just using a little dip relay, actually. You turn it on and off, and the system stays very, very stable. Doesn't chirp or anything, and it works. It stays pretty much on frequency. Although there is somewhat, when you key down for a while, there is somewhat of an issue with heat. As the system heats up, it does drift a little bit. But that's kind of minor. We pretty much get around that. But that's where we key it, right there. That's what the computer turns on and off. So that's an easy way to do these LOs, to key them. Another pretty integral piece to the puzzle of doing this we did signal sources. I really like to build a signal source whenever I'm doing a new band. So I came up with a 47088 signal source. Actually, that's it right there. It's just this box. You can see it here in the picture. All it is really is a Qualcomm synthesizer, 3036 synthesizer, set it up to about 2126 megahertz. Now here's the secret though. Ken, W1RIL, turned me on to this one. There's a multiplier board on top here. It's this board right here. That's the Qualcomm multiplier board that you can get from, I think, San Bernardino. What you do is you just drive the 3036 synthesizer right directly into it. You don't power the board at all. And there's something on this board that it likes, and you get a very strong harmonic on 47088.